Yep, peace.
All right. Hey, Captain, where you been, man?
I've been all right, man. I've been around. You know, I was in North Carolina last week
I know.
for the for the Passover.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time. Who they talking?
Israel, hold on, man. Israel look at you as a celebrity. He's so happy when you come in here.
Yeah, you.
Now, man.
Yeah, you crazy, son. You crazy as hell,
I
son.
just spoke to the brother. If he speak back or whatever, I don't know what y'all doing, but I ain't no joke. Come here, do your thing.
He said he spoke to you, Captain.
Him and Sutek look alike. What's going on, man?
Okay, here's what I want to ask you, man.
What's up?
How many creation stories are in the book of Genesis? Or let's say in the Bible?
Creation of what exactly? Like you talk about creation of mankind, creation of the earth.
Creation of everything, the creation story. Come on, brother, don't play
Okay,
games.
so the creation. No, I'm just asking to see so I can make sure I answer you properly. That's all. So creation itself is Genesis, the first chapter. Everything after Genesis, the first chapter. Well, I'm sorry, up to Genesis, the second chapter, and I think like the third verse when he said he rested from the work. That's the end of creating something in the sense of it didn't exist before he had it. And then most people look at Genesis, the second chapter, when it starts talking about Adam, they look at that as an explanation of Genesis, the first chapter in the creation of man, because of course they indoctrinated with believing that Adam and Eve was the first people. So how they break it down is they look at it like Genesis, the first chapter says, let us make man in our image. And then Genesis, the second chapter is going into detail about the first man and first woman.
Stop.
When that's not
Stop, Captain. You're watching me on the down low, brother.
You know what it was? You know, a couple years ago, like 2 years ago, I was supposed to do.
You studying me, but you ain't gonna give me that prop because I remember asking you this and you was going full steam ahead that there's two creation stories in Genesis, brother. I remember.
No,
that.
I never said. No, I'm against that. And what I was gonna say was, guy on that subject, and they call it the JEPD theory, where they think they go as far as to say there are two different writers. There's a writer for Genesis 1 and there's a writer for Genesis 2. So I actually studied this like 2 years ago. Now I have heard, because I don't want you to think I ain't giving you no props. I have heard your breakdown, but your breakdown is the same as other people's breakdown that believe the same thing, that they believe that Adam and Eve was the first human beings. So it's easy for them to kind of harmonize the concept of Genesis, the second chapter.
Hey, Captain, I want to tell you, you know I'm going to make a clip of this, right?
Listen, I still ain't seen the clip. You said you was going to.
I did make the clip. You ain't see it? I got you. Video. Captain,
okay.
You forgot last week we had a little discussion on that. Remember about the
I remember we had a discussion on it.
You were saying it was too creative.
Hey, baby girl. Yeah, we had a I remember that.
But you were saying that it was two creations at that time. Remember?
No, you might have to play it. You might have understood it as me saying two creations, but I know that the people think that I say it's one creation. Adam was already alive when he got the truth from the Most High. That's how I break it down.
Let me see if I still got that, man.
Yeah.
Because if I do, I think I got rid of it. The creative space.
I hope not.
Up there. Yeah, I got rid of it. But I got that, brother. And I got you. You gotta, man.
Nah, yeah, you gotta play it because everybody knows that I teach that Adam was, if you can go as far back as when I debated Polite that time in Brooklyn, when I said Adam was already alive when he got the truth. There is no creation of Adam except receiving the truth, which is the law, statutes, and commandments. That's how I break it down.
Well, you remember that debate we had on polygamy?
I remember the debate we had on polygamy.
You said Adam and Eve was not the first, that it was some other people and went into the
correct. Thank you. God, thank you. I'm glad you said that. He's like, even our Israel Doctrine is proving my point. Like there was other people with Adam and Eve. What makes Adam and Eve, or what makes Adam special, is what made Abraham special. Adam was the one that the Lord chose to separate from the other people, just like
you were saying there was other people here already. You said
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, so now you say it was not. It was who was the first man on the planet, Captain?
There is no such thing as a first man or first woman on the planet.
What's your zodiac sign? Because the Aries would tell you exactly it wouldn't play with it, but you play with it if you want to.
No, hear what I'm saying. When it says, "Let us create man in our image," and told them to subdue the earth, one man and one woman can't subdue the earth. But if you create multiple men and multiple women, they can subdue the earth. They can multiply across the earth. We would have. Listen, if you take children today, if you take children that has the same mother and father, you run the risk of it's a higher risk of mental defects with those kids. So there's no way. I just get.
Can I go to a source right quick? First Corinthians.
You say you're going to a source for what?
For what I want to say. It's right there.
No, I just want to know the subject. I just want to know the source for the subject. Hold on one second.
That Adam was the first made. And the source right there on the screen, so I know you got to share it.
You hear it, Captain? You hear him?
So.
No, I didn't hear him. I'm sorry.
I'm going to blow it up so everybody can see it. Here it go right here.
What verse is he going to? Can you just call out the verse?
45. 1 Corinthians 15 and 45. And so it is written, the first man was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit. So the first man, Adam, was a living soul. Adam was the first man based on what's written in the Bible. That's the source right there.
And what's the quickening
spirit? And that's your final answer on that?
What's the quickening spirit, Israel?
You said you're in 1 Corinthians 15 and what?
45.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm asking you, what is the quickening spirit?
Quickening spirit is when the Lord, that's rebirth. That's like
that's Jesus, brother. That's Yahweh, brother.
I'm not trying to get into no argument. You asked
no, the second, right? The last Adam was made a quickening spirit. That's Yahweh.
I'm not trying to get into an argument. You want to argue? We can argue, but I'm not trying to do it.
Captain, you agree, Captain?
Well, what he said?
He's saying that the quickening spirit, the last Adam was made quickening spirit. I'm saying that was Yahweh.
That is Yahweh. That's made a quickening spirit, right? So, but when you read that, that's not literal, because if you take it literal, then we got to have a last Adam. There shouldn't be nobody else after him. But we know that there was other people born after him. So the point of that verse is not about a first literal man. Once again, when we start talking about Adam as the first man, the minute I start asking y'all, where did Cain get his wife from? What you going to do to answer that? The minute I ask you, what land did he go to get the wife?
He went to the land.
Right. So
I'm going to say his sister.
Okay. Here's what you would be doing and what I would.
That's not what I'm saying, Captain. If you ask me, I would say they've been here. Remember, Adam lived to be 800 years old. This is not just happening. It happened maybe when he was like 500 or a few years younger. There's already multiple people on the earth. Hold up, Israel. There's already multiple people on the earth.
So then, Sarnetta, you take the position that there are people besides Adam on the earth.
No. According to the Bible, Adam is the first Adam on the earth. He's the first.
What verse in Genesis says he was the first man?
Oh boy. Okay, here it is. Let me share my screen.
Yeah.
Let me share my screen. Because just like Israel brought out, that I brought out the other day, here we go right here, where you can look at it.
2 and 7.
Hold on. Here it go right here. 1 Corinthians 15:45. And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made from a living soul, brother.
It doesn't say from, it says made a living soul. It doesn't say from.
made a living soul, the first man,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
We are living souls right now. Are we living souls?
Yeah, we all live in souls, correct.
But the first living soul was
But-
who? Adam.
But when you live in according to the Bible, how are you alive? Now, I just wanted to be pointed out. I asked where in Genesis does it say Adam is the first man? He went to Corinthians. I don't have a problem with that. When we're talking about life and death in the Bible, what is living according to the Bible? If y'all don't know, then you can say you don't know. But what is living according to the Bible?
Following God's commands.
I'd rather hear your
Yeah, I want to hear what you say. Go ahead.
Oh, yes. Hold on.
Your niece said hi.
Who's my niece? Oh, hey, I'm sorry. I'm just rushing. I'm sorry. I got to get up out of here. I apologize. My bad. My niece wanted to say hi. I apologize. Sorry. Living according to the Bible, or how you even come to life according to the Bible, is when you're keeping the law of God. Now, if you're not,
Your mic cut off, Captain. Your mic cut off. Captain, your mic cut off.
Adam became a living soul, he was the first one giving the laws of God.
Yo, Captain,
See
your
this
mic-
all throughout the Bible. If you go to Deuteronomy, the 30th chapter says, I set before thee, choose this day life or death. Life is keeping the commandments. Death is not keeping the commandments.
right.
You're going to talk about, if you're going to talk about the life that Adam was given, the only thing that it can be is the laws of God. That's what made him a living soul. The difference between the first Adam and the last Adam is the first Adam couldn't give us life. He had to receive life. The last Adam makes us a quickening spirit, meaning through him we get life. That's why 1 Corinthians, the 15th chapter, is saying what it's saying. What Christ has given us is not what Adam has given us. Christ makes us. Dad, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna ask you again, Captain.
Wait, but before you ask that, when it says the last Adam was a quickening spirit, didn't we already have a spirit before we got Christ? Yes. The quickening spirit is Christ gave us the right spirit to serve God.
Y'all using terminology wrong. Quickening spirit means he makes you alive. That's
what I just said.
Okay, cool. If you born in this world, you must be born again, as Christ said. When
But thank you, Israel, because we are living though. We just not living according to God. And when Christ gives us the quickening spirit, now we're alive, even though we're already living. You just proved my point.
Okay, so I want to ask you.
It's like The Walking Dead. It's like The Walking Dead.
Let me ask you, Captain. Are they men here? Are they people here before Adam?
No, they're all here at the same time as Adam. So I'm gonna read the verse. So y'all can understand what I'm saying. In Genesis 1 and 26, it says, and God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, and all creeping thing in the earth. So God created man in his own image, and the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it and have dominion
Captain,
over the fish of...
Captain, can you do that again? Because I got distracted. Do that one more time.
Which verse? All the verses?
Yes.
All the verses?
Yes, and read what you're reading it from.
This is Genesis 1:26.
Okay.
And I already seen Israel say Genesis 5. If you go there, you're gonna hurt yourself bad. I'm just telling you.
Go ahead,
It's gonna be over. I'm just letting you know. So now Genesis 1:26, God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, the cattle, and over all the creeping thing. So God created man in his own image. 27. God created man in his own image, and the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish, the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth. Two people can't do that on the planet earth.
That's why
a multitude of people being created can do that on the planet earth.
All right, stop, Captain. This is where you're making a mistake. What you're doing now is you're adding to the scripture. You added that. If it said
Which part did I add?
when you said, but a multiple people, that part right there, show me where it says a multiple people. See, if you didn't,
Okay, I got you. No problem. So I don't have a problem with you saying that the latter part when I'm saying he created an abundance of them, because now it's not just that verse that I make that truth from. I make that truth based on, again, Cain. When Cain killed his brother, what did Cain say? All that see me shall slay me.
Yes.
Right. So if we go by the narrative of what y'all saying the Bible is saying, at that point it's only Adam, Eve, Cain, Abel is dead.
No, it's
so
not.
Now there's only
Genesis 5 explains it all. Genesis 5 tell you Adam had babies. He had boys and girls, a bunch of them over the 900 years he was here.
I told y'all not to go to Genesis 5.
Let's go to Genesis 5.
Yeah, and give your breakdown. Give your breakdown, please.
Genesis 5, verse 1. This is the books of the generation of the first man created, Adam. In the day God created the first man, Adam. In the likeness of God made him. When you go to the other two stories, it started out the same way because he made Adam first and then he made Eve. Is it a lie or is that the truth?
That's the truth.
That's a lie.
Can you read that verse? Can you read that verse again? Genesis 5.
Yes, and I'll keep the other stuff. This is the book of the generation of Adam. In the day God created Adam. In a likeness.
It doesn't say God created Adam. What Bible you reading? Because in Genesis,
with KJV. What Bible you reading?
I'm reading the KJV. It said in the KJV it says this in the book of the generations of Adam in the day that God created man. Doesn't say that God created Adam.
Well, we just read 1 Corinthians 15.
Once again, you just now there's dishonesty. There's dishonesty. There's this.
You can say that, but we just read that.
Wait, but we got to be honest. Listen, the scriptures say, if any man,
that Adam was the first man.
Wait, hold on. Why? I don't know why you're getting mad because
the lies if it's the truth. Because we just
wait, hold on, wait. What? Here's what I don't want to do. I don't care what your understanding is. One thing we ain't supposed to do is lie on the verse. That verse does not say God created Adam, so you're lying. And even when I corrected you, you tried to double down on your lie. Let's just, whatever your understand, Israel doctrine, whatever your understanding is, that's fine. But let's just read the text as is and then break it down however you see fit. But don't lie. The scripture says, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. So read the verse correctly, please. Thank you.
I say I lied so we can leave that alone. Because if that's
so can you just read the verse again then?
Okay, let me read it again.
You said I lie. So why even say anything? Like,
hold up. Yeah, because you're not in it. See, when you get other people's coming into the conversation,
I don't control that. I didn't ask nobody else to speak. I don't control that.
So this is what I'm saying once again. We just read 1 Corinthians 15.
We're reading Genesis 5:1. Can you read it as is? Hey, son, you see how you said I added something? I didn't add nothing to the text. I added my breakdown. He got to read the text as it says.
Yeah,
Israel like magic is good, but if we're gonna do this, I'm gonna respect you.
Hold on, Israel. Read what you said you read. Let's see what if the Tazaryach is right. Just read what you called out.
Okay, I'm gonna read this, but we're gonna talk about 15:45 Corinthians.
Just read what you read out first. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna read it, then I'm gonna go there because people don't want to deal with the 15:45 Corinthians. So let's read it. This is the books of the generation of Adam. In the day that God created man, in the likeness of God made he him. Male and female created he them, and blessed them and called their name Adam in the day that he created them. So when I said Adam, I'm not wrong. You can say I'm wrong, and you can say
he's right, Captain.
You can say whatever the hell you want to say, but when we go to 1 Corinthians 15:45, it say Adam was the first one. And if that's a lie, then the Bible's a damn lie. Don't call me a lie. Say I'm making up.
And that,
So in that context,
No. Hold on, dude. I don't know who that is. Hey, hold on, dude. Let Israel. If Israel, are you finished so I can respond?
Yeah, you can respond anytime you want.
So now, when you read that text, 1 Corinthians 15, when he said running from it, I just broke that down. He read Genesis 5:1 and said, this is the book of the generations of Adam in the day that God created Adam. That's how he first read it, which of course would lead to a misunderstanding of what the text means. Because now when you read it properly, it says, this is the book of the generations of Adam in the day that God created man. So now he created man, but it's talking about the generations of Adam. And how you know it's talking about that, because when you start reading this lineage, Cain ain't nowhere in that lineage. It's only talking about Adam, and then it goes right to Seth. It doesn't say nothing about Cain. And Cain is a son of Adam. So the point of this verse, when you go to the point of this verse, is that it's about who was the line that the Lord selected. He didn't select Cain's line. He selected Seth's line. So when you read, and Adam lived 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness after his image and called his name Seth. So now 430 years is when he had Seth. There's no other mention of sons and daughters at this point. It says in the days after Adam, after he had begotten Seth, were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. That's talking about Seth. That's not talking about Adam. Where's Cain at? If y'all want to make this literal, where is Cain at? He's not in here. I told y'all don't go to Genesis the 5th chapter.
It's not literally written there. If it's written there, it is literally written there. If you say it ain't literally,
where's Cain at then?
Listen,
can you just tell me where Cain? Cain is Seth's older brother. Wait, I'm gonna give you the floor. I know it hurt. I know it hurt. The only one yelling is you. I just want to ask you one question. I just want to ask you one question, and then you got it. If Cain is Seth's older brother, why in this lineage that you saying is literal, why we don't see Cain and then Seth? You got the floor.
I'll tell you. Because the reason you don't see Cain is because Cain is not in the narrative yet. He's not in the story until something happened with him and his brother. That's when Cain gets in the story. So Cain is in the story.
I am making a clip out of y'all niggas today. I'm just letting you know, sir. I am definitely making a clip out of y'all niggas today.
Hey, make a clip, but this is how it works. In Genesis 1, he tell you about the creation. In 2, he give you detail. And Cain is in that detail in 2. Say not. Is he in 2 or not?
Come on, Captain.
He's not in 2 because he's in 3. See, he wise. He wise.
Right.
ISUPK do a good job, but it's certain SHIT.
Hold on, Israel. See, he's asking about Cain. Cain is not in the story yet. Cain get in the story once he kills his brother.
Chapter 3.
That's when he begins to get in the story. But by this time, it's already thousands of people on the earth already. You see?
We just don't know that because it's not in chronological order.
Hold on, Israel. So when you say it's already people there already, yes, there's people there because there's already thousands and thousands of people on the earth. Remember, Adam lived to be what? 800 years old. You treating it like as though this is just happening when he was created. No, Captain. Let me show you this, Captain. You got to get past this. And I've been showing this for a long time. You got to get past this. If you can't get past this, then there's no other creation story. Watch this. Here, go right here. In Genesis 2 and 1, right? It says, thus the heaven and the earth were finished and all the host of them. What does that mean, Captain, when it says the earth was finished and all the host of them? What that mean?
Hey, what that simply means, y'all doing a horrible job, right? So what that means, boy, close the door. Thank you. What that simply means is the point that I'm making, that everything was already created Giving a man the breath of life or the law is not creating him. It's changing his thought process. Just like when Christ says a quickening spirit, those of us that were not following Christ and we believe in Christ, he quickens our spirit. He changes our spirit. We still alive though. So when Adam was made a living soul, he was already alive. He was just taught how to live according to God. So when y'all bring up Genesis 5 and y'all talk about Cain wasn't a part of the picture, Cain is the older brother. In the chapter before that is where Cain killed Abel. And after Cain kills Abel, he goes to the land of Nod. Then they have another son. So how are y'all saying that in Genesis, the 5th chapter, it's skipping Cain? Cain is already alive.
I'm going to make a clip out of this one, Captain.
Yeah, but I'm going to just ask the question again that I ain't getting no answer to, or maybe I didn't hear it. Cain is the older brother of Seth. He comes before Seth. So in Genesis, the 5th chapter, why does it omit Cain from Adam's lineage? That's my question.
Because he killed Abel. You know how Satan becomes the fallen's demon? And he was disannulled as a son of God. Now he's Satan. When Cain killed Abel, God cut him off. That's how he cut people off. That's why you got the sons of man, which is Cain's seed, and you got the the daughters of God, which is Seth's seed. That's why it's no commingling seeds and stuff. And don't y'all teach that y'all ain't supposed to put y'all seed in no foreign women and all that, because God wants his seed to be perfect and everything, and he need his people to raise his seed and have his seed. But when Cain,
now here's where I just walked you right into a body bag. And you didn't even know it. Your answer, no sweat. Your answer was that Cain had killed Abel. I agree with you. So Cain was cut off from Adam, right? Yes or no?
Do you think?
So, okay. So Cain was cut off from Adam. So although Cain is not mentioned in Genesis, the 5th chapter, we all know Cain and his whole family is living. So that proves the point. The point of Genesis, the 5th chapter, is not saying that there wasn't nobody else on the planet Earth. This is just the people that descend from Adam according to God. God separated Cain from Adam's lineage. Adam didn't do that, because if it was up to Adam, it would be Adam, Cain, Seth. The Lord said Adam, Seth, etc. Now, the whole time y'all reading about, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. But Captain, I'm sorry to cut you off. But when you look at,
wait, hold on, say that again, sir.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but when you look at this scripture, I brought this to you before.
Wait, hold on, pause for 1 second, because I'm in my car. I'm just switching to my Bluetooth. Just pause for 1 second, please.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make sure that it comes out right. I apologize.
Right. As he waiting, family, he can't get past Tobit. This is a book that they took out of the King James Bible. Why did they take it out? Why are you adding books and then taking books out? See, they make it up as they go. When I say they, I'm not talking about Tazaryach or nobody. I'm saying the people. I'm saying the people who put the book together. Captain, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so when you look at Tobit 8 and 6, how can you get past this? You created Adam and gave him his wife Eve to be his helper and support. They became the what?
Can you give me the chapter and verse you at again, sir?
It's right there on the screen.
Tobit 8:6. Tobit 8:6. And they became the parents of what? The whole human family. It don't say they became
you
the
said
parents.
Tobit. Wait, hold on. Wait 1 second. You said Tobit what?
Tobit 8 and 6.
Tobit 3 and 6?
8 and 6. 8 and 6.
Tobit 8 and 6. Okay, I'm with you.
All right. It says you created Adam and gave him his wife Eve to be his helper and support, right?
It says of them came mankind.
Right, and they became the first parents of the whole human family. So right there,
it says it says, of them came mankind, thou hast said, it is not good for man that he should be alone. Let us make unto him an aid unto himself. Where does it say everybody? Because I don't have an issue with that either. Like, you can go to second Ezra 6.
Let me finish. It says 6, number 6.
Hey, sorry, I'm gonna leave and come right back in. I don't know why it's not connected to my Bluetooth. I'm gonna just hop out and come right back in.
Okay, all right. Captain don't see it. He said he don't see it. Everybody else see it. It's right there on the screen. I got it right there on the screen. I didn't type this up myself.
Well, let's go back to Genesis 5. That's why everybody and their mama leave out Genesis 5. They don't know nothing about it because no ignorant ass Hebrew Israelite teacher then talked about Genesis 5.
All right, here go Captain right now. Do you see it on the screen?
I doubt if ISUPK ever dealt with Genesis 5, but let's deal with it.
Hold on, Israel. Do you see it on the screen, Captain? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I can see it. It's not as big on my screen, but I can see it. But I don't have an issue. The reason why Tobit would write that and why we all come from Adam and Eve today is because Noah is the only one that survived from the flood. So of course we all come from Adam and Eve. That's not a problem. Like that scripture that you're reading.
No, this is what it says. They became the parents of the whole human family, not of the same.
Okay, so that's
that guy.
So that what that right there says, that's the Good News translation. So Tobit 8 and 6 that I have says, thou madest Adam and gave him Eve for his wife and for a helper and stay. Of them came mankind. Thou hast said, it is not good that man should be alone. Let us make an aid unto him like unto himself. Them coming from man. I don't have a problem with that. So like I can also read second Ezra 6 and 54 when it says of Adam, of him come we all. We all come from Adam today. We're not talking about
That's what the argument is about, Captain. That Adam was the first man according to the Bible.
Not before the flood. That's not true. And y'all proving my point. Again, once you start trying to explain to me where Cain's wife came from, Cain is before Seth. Cain is before it even says sons and daughters was born to Adam. If y'all say they Adam, I say that it's Seth that it says sons and daughters was born to him. That's all after Cain.
Brother, you're making up lies because ain't no chronology there.
I'm gonna read. Can I just read the? Let me just read. Wait. Before you say when I accuse you of lying, I'll let you read the verses. You just said I'm lying. Let me read the verses. Thank you. This is read
the verses before I even started.
I just want to read the verses. You said I'm lying. I just want to read the verses. This is Genesis 5. This is Genesis 5 and 3. And Adam lived 430 years and begot a son in his likeness after his image and called his name Seth. 430 years. Cain is already living and in another city because Cain is older than Seth. So you can't make this literal. Then it says, and the days after Adam, he had begotten Seth were 800 years and he begot sons and daughters. That he is Seth. Cain is still alive. In the previous chapter, you read about Cain, you read about Lamech, you read about Jabal, you read about all these other people that are alive.
Hey, Captain, can you read Revelations 12 and 9? My teacher said that Revelations 12 and 9 answers the question of Nod and Cain's wife. So can you read Revelations 12 and 9?
I'm about to start driving. If you could, I gotta go. Hey, Si, I'm about to do a interview on 139 The Beat in Harlem, but they in Jersey. But that's where I'm on my way to.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so I'm about to head over there.
They used to be right here in Harlem, though.
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought I was going to be going to New York, but he said they in Tenafly. So yeah. I'm on my way there. Yeah.
Okay.
But I need I can't read it because I'm driving, so I need somebody to read it for me, please. If y'all could just read the King James version and just read it verbatim, I would greatly appreciate it.
Right. And before you do that, I want everybody to know that I will be playing Khalid Omani's verse where he talked about Nepal was right. And you laughing, you running from Khalid Omani. You can't touch him. None of y'all can touch him.
Y'all niggas is crazy. I don't want to touch.
No, on my channel,
I would
but you
put my
don't know
teacher
about
up
this.
against General Yohana all day, though, Captain. For
That
real.
Khalil can't get past me. I told you, as long as he ain't got no pink beard, we can have a conversation. I'm not talking to no nigga with a pink beard.
Hey, man, brother.
Why? Why not? I wear pink shirt. What are you talking about?
Si, I ain't never seen you with no pink shirt around me. That must be some shit you do when you with Jabari. Hey, Si, never wear that pink. Hey, Si, never wear that pink shirt when he with Jabari. He don't wear that around me.
Nah, that's
You
not.
got 'em all wearing pink.
But a man, come on, Si, a man with a pink beard, come on.
No, that was just, hey, that was just
Look, you can tell, look, Si ain't got no answer for that shit, and you ain't supposed to.
I have an answer for it. The answer is that's just
But
you chilling, you know.
But listen, listen to what I said though, Si. If he ain't got no pink beard, we can have a conversation, and I'll beat the shit out of him too.
Bet. All right, we're gonna set that up. We're gonna set that.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Israel, read the Revelation, Israel.
Revelations 12 and 9. I think it says that serpent, that old serpent called Satan.
The great dragon was cast out. Okay. And that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast into the earth, and his angel was cast out with him. What the F do that have to do with Cain or this? Cast out of heaven.
That's Revelations 12 and 9, Si.
You probably don't understand it, brother.
No, I understand. I understand the point that Khalil is trying to make, but that doesn't answer the question to how Cain.
Yahweh, Yahweh.
Wait, hold on, Israel. Hold on, Israel. That don't answer the question where Cain. Number one, the land of Nod. Like if I'm in Jersey right now and I go to Harlem, if I say I'm going to Harlem, that's a city that already exists. So if the land of Nod already exists, if Cain is worried about other people seeing him, knowing that he murdered his brother, that means Cain knew that there was other people on the planet. And then the Lord honored, and then the Lord honored what Cain said, because the Lord put a mark in. What did he say? If anybody slayeth Cain, I will punish him. So even the Lord recognized there was other people. So now, and it say you need 2 or 3 witnesses. Cain is the first witness that there was other people, and the Lord is the second witness that there was other people on the planet.
Guess what else? The Lord protect murderers.
But that's why it's no chronology.
Stop, Israel, stop, man. I want to say it took Captain a minute to catch it. The Lord protects murderers. Captain.
The Lord didn't protect the murderer. The Lord punished him already.
He protected.
The Lord is just
for killing his brother.
No.
If anybody touch him, I will slay them. I will kill them. So don't even touch Cain. Cain. Hold up. Cain, the Most High blessed him with a woman, blessed him with a family, blessed him with
the Lord didn't bless him with no woman. The Lord didn't bless him with a woman or family.
Yes, he
the
did.
Lord punished him. The Lord punished him by kicking him away from his family. That was
him, and then he blessed him with a whole new family, brother. And he said,
there's no verse.
Oh, come on,
there's no verse. So let me just finish with Sinetta, then you got it, Israel. There's no verse that says he blessed him, he punished him or judged him. Just like any father, if they judge him, that's my son, I'll punish him. Nobody else can punish him. I'm punishing him.
That, of course, it don't say that. I'm telling you that. That's
so you can't teach that, right? But you can't teach that because it don't say that.
Right. To me, shit, if I do something and murder somebody and the Lord sends me out and he makes sure nobody touches me, and now I'm living a good life. I got a woman, I got another family. That's the Lord blessing me.
So now I'm gonna give you another example. When David committed adultery, the Lord punished him too. Nobody else punished him. The Lord punished him. The Lord punished him and his wife for committing adultery. Yeah. So the Lord can punish So the Lord can punish whoever he wants to punish. But my point is, as y'all windmill, aka dance around my statement, Cain knew that there was other people, and the Lord knew that there was other people.
You know why? Because there's no chronology there. How do you get the chronology there? Do you know what the F chronology is?
No cursing, no profanity.
when you getting your butt whipped side now, they can't help it. But what you said, I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna respond. You're correct when you say it's no chronology. That's the smartest thing that you said, because people are looking at Genesis 2 to the flood as something chronologically of mankind when it's not. The point of Genesis 2 to the flood is just about Adam, what he went through with his family. It's not talking about the other nations that are round about them. That's why when you go to Genesis, the 5th chapter, and it's talking about Adam, when it says this is the generation of Adam when he was created, when he created man, there's a separation of Adam, there's a separation of man. Man is one thing, but this is the generation of Adam. So when it lays down a generation, it's who the Lord is talking about. Cain ain't mentioned there though, but he actually comes from Adam. So you cannot say that. I'm sorry. No,
go ahead, because I want to bring on Jay, King Jay, Israel. Go ahead. Captain.
No, I'm done. I'm done. Because I'm gonna have to focus on this road in I'm good because I'm gonna have to focus on this road in a second.
All right, King Jay, speak. What do you think?
Real quick before I get up out of here, sir. Is it a understanding of the word that the word Adam means mankind as a whole instead of an individual person, like in Genesis 5 verse 2, when we see it used as male and female, he created them and called their name Adam. So is that an instance of the word Adam, the Adama from the soil, meaning mankind, not as an individual person, but as a whole?
He took it to Hebrew just to.
I wouldn't say the soil, but I would say that it would be when it says call their name Adam. I don't know if you ever heard the term Adamites or something like that. I know I've heard that term. So if I was to make a correlation, Jacob, when his name was changed to Israel, they would all be called Israelites from that point. So in the beginning of Genesis 5, before you get to 2, it's about the generations of Adam. It's not about the generations of mankind. Otherwise, it would say this is the generation of mankind. They put a clear separation in Genesis 5 and 1. So when it says call their name Adam, everything from Adam would be of Adam. So that's why you see when it shows Seth and omits Cain, Seth would be an Adamite. Cain would not be considered an Adamite from the Lord. I'll use another correlation. Abraham has 7 sons, but when we talk about Abraham's sons, it's only Isaac. It's not Ishmael. It's not Asur. It's not the other sons. It's only Isaac, even though he has these other fleshly sons. When you talk about the generations of Abraham, you're going to omit those sons. That's what Genesis, the 5th chapter, is doing.
So that's what the thing. That's why I talked about.
Hold on. Israel, I want Jay to finish because Jay, you done?
Yeah, he answered the question. He answered it pretty well. I just had a question. That was all.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
No doubt.
I was just going back to the fact that I threw chronology on the table because it ain't no chronology there to say that Cain was the second born or the 500 born. Meaning that it was other children born into the world before Cain. And if they was born into the world before Cain, you just didn't hear about them because they're side characters at that point, because Cain and Abel are the main characters at that point. But when you know Bible and you know Bible history and you understand this type of thing, then you ain't got no Hebrew Israelite misleading you. But go ahead, you can speak anytime you want to.
Okay, let me get on Moses. Captain, you want to say something real quick?
Yeah, I was just going to say, when you say there's no chronology and you went to Genesis 5 and it actually gave chronology, then you would just be mistaken. Because when Cain was born, all you got to do is just read. So I think it's in Genesis 4. It says that Adam knew his wife and she conceived and bare Cain. So now we got the first recorded son. Then you got Abel, second recorded son. Cain kills Abel. And then Seth is born. That's chronology, brother. And then in Genesis, the 5th chapter.
That's 2 children. That's Cain and Abel. What the rest of the children at?
I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you when you spoke. There ain't no other children mentioned because they didn't have no other children. And then in Genesis, the 5th chapter, in Genesis,
Yo, I'm gonna let you go, man. I see you driving. I don't want you. You looking down.
No. Don't let him leave yet. Don't let him leave.
Concentrate, Captain. Peace, brother.
I got a question for him.
Peace out.